Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good to see everybody. All right. So let's end this week out on a positive note here. Got some interesting looking news that are on the Aussie Canadian, AUD. So I see you there, Ken. Good job, buddy. Short below 0.97972. 97972. We got about a 25 pip range. Okay. That looks great. We can get some good news for Canada here. 20 is not quite confirming, but we got plenty of room to go there. One moment, gang. All right, gang. So the Aussie Canadian looks interesting. Canadian Swiss. Looks interesting, but it's got to go a long ways to get to where we need. So the CAD CHF R1 is up at 0.78675. Okay. Canadian yen, kind of the same thing. The CAD JPY R1 is up at 90.772. So far, it looks like everything thinks it's going to be good news for the Canadian. Euro Canadian, no go. 200 is right there. Pound Canadian looks a little bit interesting, gang. GBP CAD R1 is up at 1.64753. Here's what I don't like about that. It hasn't moved too much. It's moved some. But we've had 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fifth green candle in a row here. We all know the 3 to 5 candle rule is very real and very powerful. So even if we do get good news for Canada here, bad news for Canada, I'm not thrilled about this. Not thrilled about this moving up. But that's really, I think, the only bad news setup that I'm seeing here on Canada. So that is interesting. New Zealand, Canada's in consolidation. Dollar Canada looks a little bit interesting. USD CAD S1 is at 1.24860. S2 is down at 1.24774. So not great ranges there in the dollar Canadian. All right. I think what I'm liking the best so far is the Aussie Canadian. It's got a nice big juicy range to the downside. And we're far enough away to where it's not going to be a trigger problem because we have 2 news items coming out, right? I'm going to put a sell stop here. All right. Sell stop AUD CAD 0.97941. A 10 to 15 pip target. Okay. And we'll just have to watch this pound Canadian. I'm not thrilled about all these green candles in a row here. Nice looking setup. And that's the only bad news setup there. That's the only bad news setup. But I'm just not thrilled about so many greens in a row there. It's overdue for some pullback on a red candle. But if we do get bad news, and that range is getting a little bit skinny there too. And we still got about 30 pips or so. But you know, I don't like trading towards the 200. I don't like trading towards the 200 at all. All right. So we have ourselves that bin on the Aussie Canadian. We prefer to have that 20 still going down for us, but we'll see. So let's hope for some good news, because I don't like that pound Canadian very much. All right. So I'm going to have my order box open on the pound Canadian now, just in case we get bad news. And we will finish out this week strong the way we always do. All right. Less than 2 minutes, and we'll see what we see. Aussie CAD is nowhere near trigger, and that's good. Still about 14 pips away. All right. Hey, Toby, we're getting some country music coming through there.
Actually, my husband's up and he's playing he's turned it off.
Okay. Well, Byron, we got state finals into next week, buddy.
Oh, wow. Where are they playing at?
They're playing it down at Tucson National. So, it's a pretty tough track, so it should be a good test for them all.
Yeah, good.
All righty. What do we see? Oh,
Ooh.
Aussie Canadians trying to get closer to triggering.
The pound one's moving good, too.
Oh, that Aussie Canadian's moving big time. Keep an eye on that guy. Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay, cancel that Aussie Canadian. Boy, look at that pound Canadian go. Okay, we're going to just sit and wait for a retracement here, gang. Anybody see the news?
Not yet.
-2.
Both bad.
-7
Both bad.
on retail sales.
Goodness gracious. Okay.
Yeah.
-2, but they're both bad.
Yeah. Blew right through the 200. Interesting. Okay, I'm just waiting for a little bit more of a pullback, about halfway from this candle here. Those are pretty big misses, gang. Pretty significant misses there on the core retail sales and the CPI. Come on back down a little bit more for me. So it spiked right up to this prior resistance. And that's why, gang, we don't enter trades before the news, yeah? We just have to wait. Alright. I have a buy stop in GBP CAD 1.65519. It's a buy stop. Okay. I might move that down some more. We have about a 10 pip range there. But that's the power gang at proper setting. So nobody should have been triggered on that Aussie Canadian, right? Nobody should have been triggered on that Aussie Canadian. So no harm, no foul there. Now we can afford to wait on this pound Canadian here. Okay, just tap this in there. And we'll keep on moving up here, keep on going up. While it's doing that, let's check some other pairs. Ooh, Dollar Canadian blew through everything. Signals aren't there yet, though. Lots of big spikes there, yeah? I'm going to take a quick 5 pips there, gang. On that pound Canadian. Ah, stink. Okay. Take a quick 5 pips there. If you want to hang in there, yeah, you should take some profit now there, gang. That was nice. There we go. Good. It's back up to the top there. Should be 10 pips for you there easily. Go ahead and take some profit there. And now we wait, gang. Now we wait, okay? And now we wait. Okay, I just heard somebody enter. I hope that wasn't too late there. But you got an easy 10 pips there. Take that profit now. Great end to the week. Now, I'm not going to try to continue to play this spike at all, okay? Not going to try to continue this spike. We know about 75% of the time, after you have these big outlier spikes, we get a retracement, okay? Whether it's this candle or the next candle, I'm going to wait to the top of the hour now and so wait for a pullback. Wait for the 8 and the 20 to catch up to it. Okay, we got 5 to 10 pips right there already. That's a nice move. It's a very nice move again. We're only after about 20 pips per day, right? So we're halfway there in, what, 3 minutes. That's beautiful. So now we wait. Now we wait for pullbacks. Trying to extend this candle is not a wise thing to do, gang. Because again, after you get these candles that are 2 to 3 times the average candle, you oftentimes 75% get pullbacks. So I'm going to wait for a red candle to pull back, let this 8 and the 20 catch up to it a little bit, and then reevaluate. But for right now, we got our pips. Let's wait for a pullback before we get into more. Okay? Aussie Canadian, yeah, still not quite there. That was a nice move to end the week. Very pleased about that. Very pleased. Canadian Swiss, not quite there yet. Canadian Swiss, not quite there yet. But it's looking like sunny skies for that Euro Canada, though. I have to go out to the H4 chart. Got a nice range in that Euro Canadian. Okay. Euro CAD 1.48. 457 up to 1.49. 119. Big old range on that Euro Canadian. But again, I want to see a pullback first. That's way too big of a spike for me to continue pushing up on this. Okay? So I don't care how high this particular candle goes. I'm going to wait for some pullback before I get more interested. Plus, I want my 8 to cross over my 20, and I want my MACD turning up also. So I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to try to play this spike here, gang. Not interested.
Hey, Craig.
Yeah, Darcy.
How's New Zealand Canadian looking now?
That's looking interesting, buddy. That's looking interesting. Still haven't quite got across here. That's got a nice room to roam there. Good eye, Darcy. Let's see if we can find an entry point here. NZD, CAD, R1 is up at 87924. Okay. And then you got some nice room to roam there. Probably up to here. So you got a good 40 pip range there, buddy. 40 to 45 pip range. That's nice. Keep an eye on that. I like that one a lot, Darcy, actually. This bullish igniting candle is looking good. James, it happened on my screen too, buddy. It has your video on. Julie, you should be able to close that video by clicking the X on that video.
I can't find the X. That's a problem.
On mine, it was in the upper left-hand corner of the video screen.
Are you talking about the little video at the top? Because I'm seeing James right now.
Yeah, that happened on my screen too. So on my screen, there's a little X in the upper left-hand corner that I was able to close that video screen. And I'm not sure how that was able to happen anyway. So, anywho.
Good morning, James.
He hacked in.
Dollar Canadian is still not there. No MACD. Yeah, that New Zealand Canadian is looking interesting, buddy. But I'm waiting for those previous highs. So still got some room to roam there before we get interested in that. But again, if I see another candle or two, Frank is saying that you could extend my screen to cover up the video screen. I'm not sure. With different systems, there's different solutions. So. Okay.
Oh, I can't figure it out. No big deal.
Okay. So that pound Canadian is doing exactly what I thought it would do, gang. It's having a hard time getting back above our R2 there, yeah? And that's fine. That's actually good news. We want this thing to come to retrace a little bit more. Okay? We'll give it to the top of the hour and then see. Then we shall see. So those are the only two I'm interested still in, gang. The pound Canadian and that New Zealand Canadian. All the other signals are not there yet, and we'll have to wait for some pullback. Okay. Good, nice, strong way to end the week. I love it. Yeah. So I'll watch the New Zealand Canadian above 87924. I'll watch that pound Canadian after we get some retracement here above 165.665. Okay. So I will not do any more trading until the top of the hour, and then I'll look to see if I can get a pullback here on this pound Canadian. Okay. Again, I don't care if this goes up and breaks through my resistance there. I'm not going to trade that. We know the odds are very high that we're going to get a pullback. We're going to get a pullback. Okay. I'm going to get some retracement with this big green candle. And the further down it goes, the better it is for this 8 and 20 to catch up to it and push it back up again. I'll wait for that. And the New Zealand Canadian looks like a nice setup, got a nice juicy range to the upside. We just got to wait for the proper entry, which is 87924. That's the resistance, so just above that. Good eye, Darcy. Good. So we're able to get some nice 10 pip move there in that pound Canadian. So we're already positive. So now our job, gang, is to protect our move, right? Protect our move. End this week on a positive note, the way we always do in here. Okay. Good job this morning, gang. Any questions before we sign off?
What's next week?
Oh, yeah. Let's take a look at next week. Thank you, Byron.
I already looked.
So Monday is absolutely dead, yeah? I mean, there's hardly any news at all, and it's all medium to low impact, so nothing going on there. But Tuesday, hey, the rare evening only session. So Tuesday night we'll have a session on the Aussie, on the CPI, and the trim mean CPI. Interesting. Then we're back in the saddle as normal on Wednesday morning for core durable goods. Ooh, then we have the Bank of Canada giving the statement. Interesting. But busy morning on Tuesday. I'm sorry, that's Wednesday. That's a Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And Thursday, European press conference, ECB, unemployment. And then Friday, advanced GDP. So a busy week next weekend. Good. So Monday's dead. We'll meet for the first time Tuesday night next weekend. So I'll probably post that on Monday. Okay. So keep an eye on that New Zealand Canada gang, and keep an eye on that pound Canadian. Wait for the proper entries, and if I do something, I'll post it on the Skype group. Great job this weekend. Way to go. You guys make me proud. Have a great weekend. I'll see you Tuesday night. Bye-bye.
Have a great weekend.
Have a good day.